What's up guys, welcome back and welcome to some Assetto Corsa. And today guys, what we're going to do is we're going to go up a Goodwood hill climb and we're going to have a look at every single one of these cars here, what you can see. Now what this is it's the AC Legends GTC pack. It's from Bazza and his crew, and what a pack it is. Just check these things out, man. Now when I think of Goodwood, these are the type of cars that come to mind. You see all these classic 60s cars ripping around Goodwood. Oh, look at that racing going on between the two Ferraris, man. It's just, how does this get any better than this, guys? Honestly, Assetto Corsa is just absolutely tip top. But what we're going to do is we're going to go on the Goodwood hill climb, right? And you know how normally we'll have a look at the blueprints and all that, have a proper look at the car. Well, today guys, there is 15 cars. We're not going to do that, so we're just going to go straight into like the race, so to say. So we're going to go straight into it, drive up the hill, and then we'll watch the replay of that. So yeah guys, 15 cars we've got to get through though, but check these things out, man. What, you couldn't pick a better pack of cars, could you? Like, I am a little bit late to the party because this mod did come out a few months ago, but guys, I tell you something, I've only drove one of these cars, and that's this Ferrari. But Kunos have got a version of this Ferrari. So, but I tell you what, I do think this one feels a little bit better. It feels a little bit more bitey at the front end, and it's very controllable on the throttle anyway. But you've got Shelby's. But I tell you something as well, guys. To use that Alfa Romeo that's behind me there, and that Ferrari what we're driving at the minute, you've got to change some files. They're like KN files. If any years of how can I say it, done the Grand Prix Legends mod, it's somewhat similar on there. But yeah guys, the first car we're going to be putting up the hill is an Alfa Steroli 30, it's a 33 Steroli. Right then guys, put your seat belts on, let's get this Alfa up the hill. Right then guys, the Alfa Steroli, this thing's got 254 brake horsepower and it's got 206 Newton meters of torque, and it only weighs 700 kilos, so it's a very light car, really. Cut the corner there, but oh, what a little joy this thing is to drive. This thing revs to nearly 10,000 RPM. God guys, I'm so excited, and this is the first car. Just check the beauty of this thing out. Now the front end on this thing, it is mid-engine, it felt very pointy. It really had barely any understeer. The brakes did lock up quite easily, but there wasn't really enough power to like get the back end out as much as I wanted to. But it is a mid-engine car, it is supposed to put its power down well. But what a great start, and what a beautiful car it is. Absolutely stunning. We all love an Alfa. Whoop whoop. Yeah guys, what a car this thing is. I've never heard of this thing before. It's a Bizzarini GT 5300 Corsa guys, right? It's got 365 brake horsepower, 489 Newton meters of torque, so it's got plenty of grunt, and it only weighs just over a ton, 1000 kg. But guys, what a treat this thing is. Now I've never heard of this car before at all, never seen it, heard of it. Listen, it's got a huge naturally aspirated V8 in the front. Now looking at the styling, it's got like a Ferrari-esque look to it, but you could sort of say it's got like an American vibe to it. If you listen to that deep grumble, oh, it sounds glorious. I actually hit the rev limit a few times, little flash of lights, hello. But what an addition to this pack, yes sir. Next up guys, another little treat we've got. This is the 1967 Corvette. It's got 390 brake horsepower, 488 Newton meters of torque, and it weighs 1168 kilos. So it's about 100 kilos heavier than the last car, the Bizzarini. But I tell you what, this felt a lot more, it handled a hell of a lot better. The front end felt like it had loads of bite. But another great thing about this car guys is it's got full custom shaders patch, goodiness so to say, so you can lift up the bonnet, you can open all the doors, so you can have a right good old showcase with it. But listen to that V8 rumble, that naturally aspirated, all the flames, check it out. I picked it in this nice black and yellow paint scheme as well. There's loads of liveries guys with every single one of these cars, but absolute gem again, the 67 Corvette. Now then guys, this car needs no introduction at all. This is the Ferrari 250 GTO. It's got 300 brake horsepower, 294 Newton meters of torque. This thing only weighs 880 kilos. I didn't realise how light this thing was. Now guys, this has got the title of the most expensive car ever sold in the world. Now one of these just sold not long ago for £50 million. 50 million. Now I got it wrong in that one of my last videos I done in this, I said 35 million. No guys, it was 50, I think it was dollars, $50 million. What a beautiful car it is. This thing is so adjustable on the throttle from the back end. Now this is a Kunos car as well, but I do think this one feels a little bit better. I don't know what it is about it. It just feels much more playful, but great car, fantastic. Now then guys, now this is another Ferrari 250 GTO, but this is a Series 2. It's what I would call an LM, but it's got this pretty much the same engine, so 300 brake horsepower, 294 Newton meters of torque. But this thing weighs a little bit more. This weighs 900 kilos. Now when you're driving it, it feels a hell of a lot wider as well. It feels a lot wider actually. And it feels totally different to that other Ferrari for me, mind. It really does. Even though they're so similar, like this feels like it's got a lot more grip from the rear. And the front end feels pretty similar actually. But yeah guys, this is probably another £50 million for one of these $50 million. But I love that blue when the red looks stunning. And just listen to that naturally aspirated V12 rasping away. The Ferrari 250 GTO. Next up guys, we've got car number 6. Now this is an Austin Healey 3000 lightweight. Yes, a lightweight it says. Now this has got 280 brake horsepower, 300 Newton meters of torque, so it's got more torque than horsepower. That's quite surprising. And it only weighs 850 kilos, so it's another lightweight. Now just listen to this thing, sounds gorgeous, but guys, this is quite a challenge to drive. That was actually a little bit scruffy, my line's going up there. Now correct me if I'm wrong, I could be wrong here, but I think this has got a Jaguar straight 6 engine in it. I think it has, I'm not exactly, ooh bloody hell's bells, we nearly hit the hate wheels there. But just check this thing out, all blacked out, all murdered out you call it. I think it looks great. But yeah, the Austin Healey 3000 lightweight. number 7, guys. I think we're on car number 7. Now this is one of my favourites, if not my it's my second favourite, let's say. This is the Jaguar A-Type Le Mans. Now this is a coupe version. Now this is number 1 of 2 Jaguar A-Types. There's actually another A-Type coming up next, but that's a convertible. Now this one has got 344 brake horsepower, 391 Newton meters of torque, and it only weighs 980 kilos. But I tell you what, guys, this thing feels a lot heavier than what it is. I don't know what it is about the car, it just feels a hell of a lot. It feels a lot heavier than the Ferrari, and it feels a ton lighter than that Alfa Romeo. But what a beautiful car this is. Now I'm not sure if this is the V12 or the straight 6, because you could get both, but what an absolute work of art, the Jaguar A-Type Le Mans. So car number 8, guys, it's another Jaguar A-Type. Now this is like the convertible version, but it's actually got the hard top on the back. So this has got 344 brake horsepower, 391 Newton meters of torque, so it's basically the same engine, but this is a little bit heavier. This is about 1,000 kilos, so it weighs about a ton. But I tell you what, it feels very different to the other one. This feels a hell of a lot more lively at the rear end. It's so much harder to put its power down for some reason. Maybe it's because there's not as much weight over the rear. I don't know what that is. That just doesn't sound right at all. But what I love, what a beautiful thing. Look at the exhausts at the back. Oh, just stunning. Just listen to that. Straight 6 motor screaming away. Oh, the external sounds sound absolutely fantastic. But guys, another Jaguar A-Type is well worthy. Next up, guys, we've got car number 9. Now this is easy one of my favourites. I can't wait to drive this more. Can't wait to actually take it for a race at the full Goodwood circuit. I'm actually losing my voice. Yeah, excuse me. But guys, this is the Lotus Salam 26R. Little lightweight. It's only got 180 brake horsepower, 192 Newton meters of torque. But this is, get this, it only weighs 580 kilos. It's absolutely tiny, but what a beautiful little thing it is. Listen to that 4-cylinder engine screaming away. It's got some lovely wood on the dashboard, but this thing just handles like a dream. It's like night and day compared to that Jaguar A-Type and the Ferraris. I probably could have went round there flat out. This corner, I've been lifting in the other cars, but I just kept it absolutely flat. Yeah guys, the Lotus Elan 26R. Now then guys, speaking to the Germans, we have got the German car. That was a terrible German accent. Yeah guys, I've been looking forward to driving this one actually. This is the Mercedes 300 SL. It's like a gullwing. Now sadly the doors don't open or nothing like that. I think that's a bit of a missed opportunity. Like now with the custom shaders patch and stuff like that. Some cars do, some don't. But yeah guys, this has got 310 brake horsepower. 311 newton meters of torque, and it weighs 925 kilos. But this feels a lot lighter. This felt a lot like the Elan. It felt like sticking like glue, them tyres. Like it had no oversteer hardly at all. Like you can see, it's just so planted. But what a beautiful car it is. I know I'm saying this about the world, but they are beautiful. Yeah guys, the Mercedes 300 SL Gullwing. Car number 11 guys, so next up we've got a Porsche 904. Now this thing sounds absolutely fantastic. Now this is actually a very rare car. Now Porsche only made about 3 of these I believe. It's either 3 or 6, I know that's quite far apart, but they didn't make many at all. It's a very rare car, and it's a very lightweight car. It handles like an absolute dream, it really does. It's got 200 brake horsepower exactly, 190 newton meters of torque, and it only weighs 640 kilos. Now guys, this is an absolutely great model as well. The doors are open, so it's got like all the custom shaders patch, but it's the way this thing sounds. Oh, listen to that man, absolutely glorious. The Porsche 904, it's a well worthy contender. guys, we've got car number 12, and it's another Porsche. Now this is the Porsche 911 Garupa. Now check out the livery on this thing. It says Grand Bazza, and it's got like 4 cartoon pictures of people's faces. I don't know who they are, but I absolutely love it. But yeah guys, what a car. This thing's got 250 brake horsepower, 254 newton meters of torque, and it only weighs 780 kilos. But the thing with this is, guys, what I could feel straight away was that engine hanging right over the rear. It's got the same engine in as the last Porsche, but I don't know what it is. This feels totally different. It's like got that pendulum effect, so to say. But it's a very light car. It's a great car, great addition. But I love that livery. The Porsche 911 Garupa. Next up, guys, we've got car number 13, and guys, I don't think this one needs any introduction. Oh, check this beauty out, absolute beauty. This is the Shelby Cobra 289 competition. Now this is the one with no roof, no windshield, anything like that. But it's got 306 brake horsepower, 424 newton meters of torque, and it weighs 857 kilos. But what a car this thing is. The first 3 gears felt actually quite short, and then when it got into 4th, it's like felt long. But the back end very lively on this. It's just so adjustable. But Shelby's can be a bit of a handful, but this thing felt sweet. I've only drove it that tiny little bit there, but it felt really nimble, really nimble. The Shelby Cobra. Last but certainly not least, this is absolutely wild, this thing. This is the Shelby Mustang 350R. Now what an absolute wild thing this is. The back end was absolutely all over the place. This thing's got 360 brake horsepower, 475 newton meters of torque, and it weighs 1100 kilos. Now guys, does any of you watch Hoovie's Garage? Hoovie's Garage? He's just bought one of these, and it was pretty much this spec. It looked the same. I'm off the track and everything, yeah, but I'm having an absolute blast. But guys, this thing has just felt all over the place. It felt wild after driving them. The Shelby Cobras felt tame. Look at that. The Cobras felt tame compared to this thing. It's the weight. It felt a hell of a lot heavier. I'm just all over the place. But yeah, guys, what we'll do now is we'll get to the conclusion. Right then guys, that was all 15 cars, and wow, how much fun was that. Now just check these things out, man. Now for this conclusion, I thought I'd get the Mustang out. Guys, I'm actually losing my voice. I'm really losing my voice. Oh, check out the Ferrari going up the inside there though. My few favourites, the few that stand out for me, is obviously going to be the Ferraris. I was really surprised at how well both the AC Cobras handled. They put the power down really well. But I really like the first Jaguar A-Type what we drove. That was a hell of a car, that. And this thing's an absolute hoot. This Mustang. Now this feels pretty similar to the Trans Am cars, and that's another pack I've got. I'm actually going to make a video on one of them at some point, but yeah guys, what an absolute treat these are. Now these are all free. All of these cars, it is all in one pack. All 15 cars are free. Now I will leave the links in the description. Just go and download it yourselves. And let us know what you think, you know. Let us know in the comments if you're going to download it or if you like the video. Guys, if it turns out you like the channel, hit the subscribe button, you know, only if you like the channel. And if you like the video, drop a like, you know. I'd love for it to try and build something on this channel. But yeah guys, what a hoot that was. I've been on ages making this video. I've got to edit it all yet. Honest, this is quite a long video, this one, so, but I really think it'll turn out quite well. But yeah guys, I'll leave this one a little bit more this lap, but thanks a lot, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna love yous and leave yous. Peace from the northeast. Toodles.